Have you ever felt like you're constantly busy, but somehow you're not really moving forward in life? You're crossing off tasks, checking emails, running errands, and staying on top of 100 things. But when you pause to take a breath, it feels like you're still stuck in the same place. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. The truth is, being busy doesn't always mean you're making progress. What really moves your life forward isn't doing more. It's doing the right things consistently, even if they're small. That's why in today's video, I'm sharing 5 tiny habits that will change your life forever. These aren't just motivational quotes you'll forget tomorrow. These are practical, science-backed habits that help you live smarter, improve your productivity, protect your mental health, and even build a stronger financial foundation without feeling overwhelmed. Because here's what most people don't realize: it's the small habits you repeat every day that shape your future. Or drinking water when you wake up, writing down what you're grateful for, meditating for 5 minutes. These tiny actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they compound and create a life that feels aligned and intentional. And you don't have to take my word for it. These habits are backed by research and are part of the Tiny Habits and Life Change Habits movement that's trending on YouTube right now. People around the world are realizing that you don't need to completely overhaul your life overnight to create real change. You just need to start small and stay consistent. In this video, we'll break down each habit, why it works, and how you can easily integrate it into your busy day without adding extra stress. I'll also share examples from my own journey and what I've seen transform the lives of others who decided to commit to these small shifts. If you're ready to stop feeling stuck and start making steady, meaningful progress toward a life you truly want, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on weekly videos designed to help you grow and live with purpose. Because your time is valuable, your energy is valuable, and you deserve a life that feels fulfilling, not just busy. Are you ready to take that first small step? Let's dive in. Do you reach for your phone, scroll through notifications, check the news, or dive into emails before you even get out of bed? If you're like most people, your day starts with noise, demands, and distractions. And before you know it, you're already feeling behind, rushing through your morning, carrying that stress with you into the rest of your day. But what if you could change that with just a few minutes each morning? What if you could start your day from a place of calm clarity and gratitude instead of chaos? That brings us to the first tiny habit that can change your life forever. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for each morning. This practice, known as gratitude journaling, is simple yet powerful. It doesn't require fancy tools or a lot of time. All you need is a notebook and a pen, and a few quiet minutes in the morning to reflect. You might be wondering, does this really make a difference? According to Psychology Today, practicing gratitude can increase your overall happiness by up to 25%. That's a significant boost, and it doesn't require you to change your entire lifestyle or add another stressful task to your to-do list. When you start your day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for, you're training your brain to look for the positive, even in small moments. It could be something as simple as the warmth of your coffee, the sound of birds outside your window, or the fact that you have another day to try again. This habit helps shift your mindset from lack to abundance. Instead of waking up thinking about what you need to fix or what's going wrong, you start your day acknowledging what's already good in your life. Over time, this rewires your brain to notice the positives, more naturally reducing stress and increasing your sense of fulfillment throughout the day. Personally, I didn't believe in this at first. I thought gratitude journaling was just another feel-good idea that wouldn't stick. But when I decided to give it a real try, something changed. I noticed I was less reactive to stress, more present in conversations, and more motivated to take care of myself because I started my day feeling grounded instead of rushed. And here's a tip. You don't have to write down big life-changing things to be grateful for. Start small. Maybe you're grateful for the sun coming up, your pet greeting you in the morning, or the fact that you have a warm bed to sleep in. The point isn't to impress anyone. It's to build a habit of noticing and appreciating the good that's already around you. If you're looking for a practical way to improve your mental health, this is it. Gratitude journaling aligns with the gratitude practice and morning routine searches that are trending on YouTube because people are craving simplicity and clarity in their lives. Here's how you can start tomorrow morning. Keep a notebook and pen on your bedside table. When you wake up before reaching for your phone, take a moment to breathe deeply. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Keep it simple, honest, and consistent. Reread your list and allow yourself to feel that gratitude for a moment before you start your day. You'll be amazed at how this tiny habit can change the tone of your entire day, helping you walk into your responsibilities with a sense of calm and intention instead of stress and reactivity. So here's your challenge. Commit to gratitude journaling for the next 7 days. Take 5 minutes each morning to write down 3 things you're grateful for and watch how your mindset, energy, and even your productivity start to shift. If you're serious about upgrading your mornings and your mindset, this is your first step. Stick around, because in the next tiny habit, we'll explore a simple practice that will help you manage stress, improve focus, and bring more calm into your daily routine. Even if you're constantly busy, most of us live in a constant state of rush, bouncing from one task to another, our minds filled with notifications, worries, and the pressure to keep up. We feel like we can't slow down, because if we do, everything will fall apart. But here's the truth: if we don't slow down, our bodies and minds will force us to, often in the form of burnout, anxiety, or exhaustion. That's why today we're diving into the second tiny habit that will change your life forever, spending just 10 minutes a day in meditation or deep breathing. You don't need to sit on a mountaintop or clear your mind of every thought to experience the benefits of meditation. This is about creating a few minutes of intentional calm in your day, allowing your mind to rest and your body to reset. You might be thinking, I'm too busy to meditate. But here's the thing. Meditation doesn't take time away from your day. It gives you your day back. According to research, meditation can reduce cortisol levels, your stress hormone, improve memory, and increase your ability to focus throughout the day. Think about how often you react out of stress, snapping at a loved one, feeling overwhelmed at work, or making quick decisions that you later regret. By practicing meditation, even for just 10 minutes, you train your mind to pause, observe, and respond intentionally instead of reacting automatically. Personally, I used to think meditation wasn't for me. My mind was always racing, and I thought I needed to clear my mind to meditate properly. But when I started small, just focusing on my breath for 10 minutes a day, I noticed I felt calmer, more grounded, and less reactive to everyday stress. If you're new to meditation, here's a simple way to start. Find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably without distractions. Set a timer for 10 minutes so you're not checking the clock. Close your eyes and take slow, deep breaths. Breathe in for a count of 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. And pause for 4. If your mind wanders, and it will gently bring your attention back to your breath without judgment. That's it. No apps or complicated methods required, just your breath and your presence. This habit aligns perfectly with meditation and mindfulness habit searches on YouTube because people are looking for ways to manage their stress without medication or expensive retreats. They want practical, accessible tools they can use daily, and meditation is exactly that. The beauty of this tiny habit is that it doesn't just help you during those 10 minutes, it ripples into the rest of your day. You'll notice you're more present in conversations, less overwhelmed by challenges, and more capable of handling unexpected situations calmly. If you're serious about improving your mental health and gaining control over your reactions, this is a powerful place to start. And here's your challenge. Commit to 10 minutes of meditation or deep breathing each day for the next 7 days. Pick a time that works for you, maybe first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or before bed. Track how you feel before and after each session, and pay attention to how it impacts your mood focus and overall energy throughout the day. Remember, you don't need to be perfect, and your mind doesn't need to be empty for meditation to work. The practice itself is the point, so if you're ready to take back your day and start showing up with more calm clarity and intention, give yourself this gift of 10 quiet minutes each day. Your mind and body will thank you, and you'll find yourself navigating life with a sense of control you may not have felt in a long time. Stay tuned, because in our next tiny habit, we'll explore a small daily practice that will help you expand your mind, fuel your personal growth, and keep you moving forward, one page at a time. In a world filled with endless scrolling, quick headlines, and 15-second clips, it's easy to feel informed, but never truly knowledgeable. We consume bite-sized content all day, but when we pause and reflect, we often realize we're not growing the way we want to. That's why today's tiny habit is so powerful. Reading just 10 pages a day. Now you might be thinking, only 10 pages? Will that really make a difference? And I get it. 10 pages might not sound like much. But let's break it down. If you read 10 pages a day, that's roughly 300 pages a month, about the length of a standard book. That's 12 books in a year. Now imagine reading 12 books on personal development, health, finance, or any topic you want to master every single year with minimal effort and zero overwhelm. That's how transformation happens, not in a single weekend seminar, but in the quiet moments you consistently dedicate to your growth. Reading is one of the fastest ways to upgrade your mindset and expand your world. Whether you want to learn how to manage your money, better improve your health, become a better communicator, or simply feed your curiosity, books allow you to learn from the best minds on the planet, often for less than the cost of a meal. I remember when I first committed to reading 10 pages a day. At first it felt like a chore. I'd pick up a book, get distracted, or feel like I didn't have time. But I made it non-negotiable, part of my morning routine with my coffee or in the evening before bed, instead of scrolling on my phone. And something incredible happened. Those 10 pages became 15, then 20, and sometimes even more on days when I was engrossed in a topic that spoke to me. More importantly, I started seeing changes in how I thought, how I handled challenges, and how I communicated with others. The wisdom I gathered from those pages helped me make better decisions, grow my career, and improve my relationships. If you're not sure where to start, choose a book that aligns with what you want to improve right now. If it's your mindset, try books like Atomic Habits by James Clear or Mindset by Carol Dweck. If it's your finances, pick up The Millionaire Next Door. If it's health, try Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. The key is to start with something that excites you. Here's how you can implement this tiny habit. Pick your book the night before, so there's no decision fatigue in the morning. Set a time each day to read. It could be with your morning coffee during lunch or before bed. Use a sticky note or a journal to write down one takeaway from your 10 pages each day. This helps you retain and apply what you learn. If you prefer audio, you can listen to an audiobook equivalent while commuting or walking. This habit ties perfectly into trending searches like reading habit and self-improvement on YouTube, because people are realizing that while motivational videos can inspire us in the moment, it's what we consistently feed our minds that truly transforms us. And here's something to think about. In a world where most people are passively consuming content, you will stand out simply by taking 20 minutes a day to actively grow your mind. This small commitment will compound over time, giving you the knowledge and confidence to pursue your goals with clarity. Here's your challenge. Commit to reading 10 pages a day for the next 30 days. Track your progress, note what you learn, and watch how your conversations, decisions, and even your creativity begin to shift. It's a small habit, but it's one of the most powerful you can build for lifelong self-improvement. Because remember, growth isn't about making massive changes overnight. It's about showing up for yourself in small, consistent ways that align with the person you want to become. If you're ready to take your personal growth seriously and build a habit that will serve you for a lifetime, grab a book, open to the first page, and just start. Stick around, because in our next tiny habit, we'll explore a powerful yet simple practice that will improve your physical health and energy every single morning without requiring any extreme lifestyle changes. Have you ever rolled out of bed in the morning, feeling groggy, sluggish, and immediately reaching for coffee just to feel awake enough to start your day? It's a cycle many of us fall into, and while caffeine can give you a temporary boost, it often leaves you crashing later, craving more. But what if there was a tiny, effortless habit you could add to your morning that would help you wake up feeling clear-headed, energized, and ready to take on the day without that mid-morning crash? That's what today's tiny habit is all about: drinking water immediately after you wake up. Now, I know it sounds almost too simple to matter, but let's break down why this habit is powerful and why it's a game changer for your health, focus, and energy. While you're sleeping, your body goes hours without water. Even if you don't feel thirsty when you first wake up, your body is dehydrated, which can leave you feeling foggy and tired. By drinking water first thing in the morning, you're rehydrating your body, which kickstarts your metabolism, supports digestion, and even helps flush out toxins that your body worked to process overnight. Research has shown that starting your day with water can boost your metabolism by up to 30% for the next hour, aiding in better energy utilization throughout the morning. It can also help regulate your digestive system, preparing your body to process breakfast efficiently and reducing bloating that can happen from dehydration. But beyond the physical benefits, drinking water first thing in the morning is a psychological signal. It tells your brain that you are prioritizing your health from the moment you wake up. It's a small act of self-care that can build momentum for healthier choices throughout your day. Personally, this habit was one of the first changes I made when I decided to take better care of my health, and it surprised me how impactful it was. Instead of reaching for coffee first, I now keep a bottle of water next to my bed and drink it before I even check my phone. I feel more awake naturally, and my energy stays more consistent throughout the morning. And the best part? It's so easy that there's really no reason not to do it. If you want to start this habit, here's a simple way to integrate it into your morning routine. Prepare the night before, fill a glass or a bottle of water, and place it on your nightstand where you'll see it immediately upon waking. Drink before screens. Commit to drinking the water before you check your phone or start scrolling. This helps you delay screen time and prioritize your body first. Aim for at least 12 to 16 ounces, 350, 500 milliliters meal. This is enough to rehydrate you without feeling overwhelming. Add lemon if you like. A squeeze of lemon can add flavor and provide a small boost of vitamin C, aiding digestion. This habit fits perfectly into trending healthy habits and morning routine searches on YouTube because people are looking for simple, actionable ways to improve their health without feeling overwhelmed or needing expensive equipment or complicated programs. And here's something else to consider. This small habit often leads to bigger changes. When you start your day by hydrating, you're more likely to make healthier choices, such as eating a nutritious breakfast, moving your body, or taking a few moments for gratitude. It's a ripple effect that starts with a single glass of water. If you're on a journey of improving your health, boosting your focus, and building a morning routine that sets you up for success, this is one of the easiest and most impactful habits to adopt. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, drink a glass of water immediately upon waking. Pay attention to how it impacts your energy, digestion, and mindset in the mornings. Notice how this tiny act of self-care influences the rest of your day. Remember, you don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight to create meaningful change. Small habits, when done, consistently compound into massive results over time. If you're ready to build a healthier, more intentional morning routine, this is your first step. It's simple, effective, and free, and your body will thank you for it. Stay tuned, because in the next tiny habit, we'll explore a practical, powerful system to help you build financial stability and freedom without stress, one automatic step at a time. Have you ever reached the end of the month and asked yourself, where did all my money go? You look back and realize you've been working hard, putting in the hours, but somehow there's nothing left over to show for it. The bills are paid. Maybe you've grabbed a few takeout meals, bought that thing on Amazon you thought you needed, but the goal of building savings, paying off debt, or investing in your future, it keeps getting pushed to next month. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Most people think they need to make more money to save, but the truth is you need to save first to build wealth, no matter how much you're making right now. That's why today's tiny habit might just be the most powerful one. Yet, automatically saving 10% of your income. Now I know the word saving can feel heavy or even stressful, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck or managing family expenses. But here's why this habit is a game changer. When you automate your savings, you're removing willpower stress and indecision from the equation. You're not trying to remember to save what's left at the end of the month. You're paying yourself first, just like you pay your rent or electricity bill. And the best part? You don't have to think about it every day. Here's how it works. Set up an automatic transfer of 10% of your paycheck into a separate savings account the moment you get paid. Most banks, and even many employers, allow you to do this easily. You can also use a high-yield savings account, so your money grows faster while it sits there working quietly in the background. Why 10%? Because it's a manageable amount that won't drastically change your day-to-day lifestyle, but it will create a huge impact over time. Let's say you make $3,000 a month. That's $300. Automatically saved each month, $3,600 in a year, and over $18,000 in 5 years without thinking about it, stressing about it, or debating whether you can afford to save this month. And it's not just about building an emergency fund, although that's important. It's about creating financial freedom step by step, without relying on motivation or waiting for the right time. Personally, I struggled with saving for years. I'd promised myself I'd save what was left after bills, groceries, and fun, but somehow there was never anything left. When I switched to automating my savings, I realized I didn't miss that 10% because it was gone before I even saw it. My brain adjusted, my lifestyle adapted, and my financial stress started to decrease because I knew I was consistently moving toward my goals. This habit ties directly into what people are searching for under financial freedom and money habits on YouTube. Because people don't just want to hustle harder, they want systems that make wealth building simple, sustainable, and automatic. And here's something that might surprise you. Studies show that people who automate their savings build wealth faster and feel less financial stress than those who try to save manually, even if they earn less. Why? Because it's about consistency, not perfection. If you're ready to start, here's what to do. Open a separate savings account if you don't already have one, preferably one that's not easily accessible for everyday spending. Set up an automatic transfer for 10% of your income to move the day you get paid. Treat this like a non-negotiable bill because it is. You're paying your future self first. As your income increases or debts decrease, consider gradually increasing the percentage to 15% or 20% over time. This tiny habit will give you a sense of control over your finances even during uncertain times, because you're building a safety net without having to think about it. Here's your challenge: set up your automated savings. This week, don't overthink it. Just start with 10% and let it work for you quietly in the background. Imagine how you'll feel a year from now when you open your account and see how much you've saved, realizing you did it without stress or constant decision-making. That's the power of tiny, consistent actions. Because true financial freedom isn't about winning the lottery or landing a massive paycheck out of nowhere. It's about creating habits that align with your goals, even in the small, everyday moments. If you're ready to build a future where money works for you, not against you, this is your first step. And remember, every financial journey begins with a single, intentional choice. Let this tiny habit be the one that transforms your financial future. Stick around, because in our next series, we'll explore more practical habits to help you build a life that feels aligned, intentional, and free. So let's take a moment to breathe and look back at what we've covered today. We've explored 5 tiny but mighty habits that, when practiced consistently, will help you live with more purpose, improve your health, and build a stable financial future. Whether it's starting your day with gratitude, taking 10 quiet minutes to meditate, reading just 10 pages daily, hydrating first thing in the morning, or automating your savings, these are not just habits. They're building blocks for a life that feels aligned with who you want to become. I know that in a world that constantly tells us we need to make big, drastic changes to see results, it's easy to overlook the power of small daily actions. But here's the truth. Your life changes when you start making small changes every day. It's in the consistent, quiet moments that real transformation happens. Imagine yourself a year from now, waking up with a clear mind because you've developed a calming morning routine. You feel stronger and healthier because you're staying hydrated and taking care of your body. You've grown wiser and more confident because you're reading and investing in your personal growth. And you feel a sense of security and pride because you've built up savings without having to think about it every day. That's what these habits can do for you. They're simple, practical, and they fit into even the busiest lifestyle without requiring you to overhaul your world overnight. But here's the key. You have to start. Pick one habit that resonated with you today and commit to it this week. Don't wait for the perfect Monday or the perfect time in your life. Start small and let the momentum carry you forward. I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and let me know which tiny habit you're going to start today. Your comment might inspire someone else in our community to take their first step too. If you found this video helpful and you're serious about building a life of purpose and growth, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss upcoming videos. Each week, we're here to bring you practical, powerful habits and mindset shifts to help you live your life with more clarity, intention, and joy. Because you deserve a life that feels fulfilling, not just busy. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Remember, small changes, when done consistently, lead to big results. Your future self will thank you for the choices you start making today. Stay tuned, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.